Alright guys, this is part 2. In the first one we covered how to fix system errors, and we covered security and programs that you need for security. I'm going to jump right in it. We are on hardware errors, which is stuff inside your computer. Usually these will be errors like your webcam's not working correctly, or your CD drive's not working correctly, stuff like that. Or your wireless internet adapter's not working correctly, things like that. These are usually rare, but they do happen after updates and stuff. You're going to want to find Device Manager. If you can't find this, Google how to find this. I'm not sure. On Vista and 7 you can just type it. On XP I really can't remember, so you're just going to have to Google how to find Device Manager. I believe it's under Control Panel, Hardware, and then Device Manager. But bring it up, and this is what's going to come up right here. And this is all the stuff that is on your computer, all your hardware. Now, if it looks like mine does, you don't have any hardware errors. Or if you are having a hardware error, find what's having an error. Like this would happen after you've updated a driver on something. For example, let me see, something would be common. I guess something that would be common, like if I updated my WiMAX and it's no longer working right, or it has a question mark beside it, or whatever, we would go to this, and then you want to click either scan for hardware changes, or you want to actually come down here and right click on it and hit properties. Now this is going to pop this box up, and it's going to give you some details about it, device working properly, etc. If you know that it's not working properly, or you're getting an error on this, then you just need to come over here and click driver. And if you've updated it, just roll back the driver. If the device fails after updating the driver, roll back the driver to previously installed driver. That's pretty much the way to uninstall drivers. Now, some, but not all drivers on Windows, you can actually just uninstall them, and then it'll reinstall them once you uninstall them from the system folder. But usually you just want to try to roll it back if you've updated and it's messing up. Now, there are some times when you'll come on here and there will be some of these will be open like this, except for it'll have a question mark beside it. That means that the driver for that is missing, and that's a little bit more complicated. You're going to need to find out what the driver is, or what it is, and you're going to need to find the driver either on a disk or online. That's pretty much it. Hardware errors, unless it's just a bad piece of hardware. If it's a driver error, if it's a bad piece of hardware, you're just going to have to replace it. That's pretty much all I've got to say on hardware errors. Program errors, say if I click on, I want to bring up something, let me just find something stupid. Like if I want to bring up iTunes. Alright, and I click iTunes, and of course it's going to work correctly, but if I bring this up and instead of coming up, it pops up right here and it says error, iTunes failed to initialize, blah blah blah, whatever. I'll show you how to fix that. Most of the time there's two options to fix this. You can repair or uninstall and do a fresh install of it. Repair is ideal, but sometimes repair is not available. So what you do is you're going to want to go to uninstall programs, and it's the same thing. You'll still have to come here if you're going to repair it. Find whatever you're trying to do, click on it, and right up here you can see uninstall, change, or repair. If you're getting an error on it, try to repair it, and if you just can't repair it, uninstall it completely, restart your computer, re-download it, and that should fix the error. That's pretty much all you can do for program errors. And that's pretty much the basics on errors. There are more advanced things you can do to fix errors, but that's pretty much the basics that most people are going to need. Next thing I'm going to touch on is ways that you can make your computer faster. Now I got to say something about this. Your computer's only going to run as fast as the hardware, the memory, the CPU, the GPU that you have in it. You can't expect ridiculous results if you have a cheap computer. Don't expect it to run as fast as a $3,000 computer or anything like that. But I can show you how to keep it running as fast as your hardware will support. And something about that, don't look at these things on the TV saying increase your computer speed now. Those are complete rip-offs. You can do all of that stuff for free yourself. Don't ever buy anything like that, because they're just trying to convince you that your computer can be faster than it really could ever be, because you're limited by the hardware that you have inside of your computer. I'm going to try to show you some things that I can. This might have to end up being a 3-part video. But first thing, usually the reason computers are running slow is because people have a bunch of junk on them that they've acquired over a long time, like thousands of pictures or thousands of songs, or like hundreds of movies and stuff like that. Pictures and music, really not so much, unless you have like 10,000 songs on your computer or something like that. Pictures rarely take up that much space or hurt you that much. Mostly it's going to be bigger files like videos, like digital copies of movies. What I'd recommend is first going through all of your documents, pictures, music, photos, and deleting stuff that's old or you don't use anymore or that's just junk. And if you have, like I do, I get digital copies of movies, I buy them. Keep those on an NAS or an external hard drive. An NAS is a hard drive that you plug into your modem and wirelessly stream all of your movies throughout your house without actually having it on any computer. Just clean up the files, like your personal files on your computer. That usually, if you have a lot of files and you delete some or move them onto an external drive, that usually does help a lot with performance. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here and start a part 3. So go on to part 3.